Welcome to Introduction to Proofs, section 2.1. Today is March 19th, 2020. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through section 2.1 of the book, and I really want you guys to attempt the preview activities and the progress checks before watching the videos for each preview activity and progress check. Because if you're just watching me do math, it's like trying to get exercise from watching someone else do sports. It doesn't work that way. You have to try, and then after you've tried, you can see me talk about it and give you the answers. And that is how learning tends to happen more, is after you have attempted, then you're ready to learn from it. But if you just watch me go through it, it's going to be like you're going to forget it by the end of today. So moving on to preview activities number 1 and 2. So hopefully before moving on from now, you should have tried them. So for preview activity 1, we have these two statements. P is that it is raining. Q is that Daisy is playing golf. And then situation of number 1 is that P is true, it is raining, and Q is true, Daisy is playing golf. And so we're asked about the truth values of A, B, C, and D. If it is raining and Daisy is playing golf, then the statement P and Q, it is raining and Daisy is playing golf, is true. The statement P or Q, it is raining or Daisy is playing golf, is also true because it's an inclusive or. It's P or Q or both. The statement P implies Q is true because it is raining and Daisy is playing golf. So if it is raining, then Daisy is playing golf is true. Not P, that it's not raining, is false because it is raining. Statement 2, so situation 2, so the same statements, different situation. P is true, but Q is false. Then the statement P and Q is false because you're saying both of them are true, but one of them is not true. P or Q is still true because one of them is true. P implies Q is false because if P is true and Q is false, you can't say that if it's raining, then Daisy is playing golf because it is raining and Daisy isn't playing golf. And then not P is false since P is true. For number 3, P is false and Q is true. Then part A, P and Q is false because you need both of them to be true. P or Q is still true. P implies Q is vacuously true because whenever the hypothesis is false, then the if-then is vacuously true. And then not P is now true since P is false. 4, situation 4 is when they're both false. So in that case, P and Q is false. P or Q is false. P implies Q is still vacuously true because P is false. So the statement if P then Q can be said and be truthful. And then not P is still true. So that's preview activity 1. Now we're going to move on to preview activity 2. So for preview activity 2, we've got if P is true and false, we're going to do these truth tables. So not P would then be false, and not false would be true. That's how not works. Okay, now if you got P and Q and then P and Q, then this is true if they're both true, and it's false otherwise. Okay. So those are the truth tables for not P and then for P and Q. Oh, let's clear those now. And then for P or Q, this is true, this is true, this is true, and then this is false. It's only false if both things are false. It's inclusive or. And then P implies Q is that that's true here, it's false here, true here, true here. The bottom two are vacuously true. Okay. Now, let's look at not P, not Q implies not P. So here we have, what did I do? Text. Yikes, maybe not. So false, and then false. And then that's false. That's true. That's true. That's false. That's true. That's true. So then not P implies not Q. So if not Q is false, then that makes this fabulously true. So not P implies not true. If that's true and that's false, then this statement is false. Because the implication is only false if you have a truth value here and a false value here, which is what we have. Truth value there, false value there. Then if not P is false, this is fabulously true again. And then if you have truth, truth, then you have truth. Okay? So that is preview activity 2. And then we'll do our next video, we'll handle some other notes on the section.